Welcome back to Coins Master, your number one place for coin history, mystery, and million-dollar value discoveries. If you've ever wondered whether that old penny in your pocket change could be worth a fortune, then buckle up. Because today, we're diving deep into the world of the 1940s Lincoln Wheat Cent, a coin that might look simple, small, and copper. But what if I told you it could be worth up to $40 million? That's right. A single 1940s wheat penny, 1 cent, worth $40 million. Sounds unbelievable? Stick with me as we uncover the rich history, rare varieties, collector obsession, and real-life shocking auction records that turn this humble coin into a legend of numismatics. The history behind the 1940s wheat penny. Our story begins in the year 1940, a time when the world was on the brink of change. The Great Depression was finally winding down. War was sweeping through Europe, and in the United States, coins like the Lincoln Wheat Penny were more than just spare change. They were part of daily survival, trade, and history. The Lincoln Wheat Penny, also called the Wheat Cent, was introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features the iconic right-facing profile of President Lincoln, making it the first U.S. coin to depict a real person. On the reverse, two elegant stalks of wheat curving along the sides, symbolizing prosperity and American agriculture. Between them, the bold statement, 1 cent, United States of America. Below that is the motto, E pluribus unum. But in 1940, something special happened at the San Francisco Mint. Coins were struck with the S mint mark, and the production reached over 112 million coins. While that sounds like a huge number, only a tiny fraction survived the test of time in uncirculated, perfect, or rare error conditions, and those are the ones making headlines today. What makes the 1940s wheat penny so valuable? Now, let's talk about why this coin could be worth big money, even millions. Backhand index pointing right first, condition is king. The majority of these pennies were used in circulation. Passed from hand to hand, worn down, scratched, and corroded. But a few were carefully preserved, perhaps forgotten in bank rolls, stuck in drawers, or saved by collectors. When found in mint state, MS 65 or higher, their value skyrockets. Backhand index pointing right second, rarity and errors. Collectors pay premium prices for rare mint errors, and the 1940s Lincoln penny has a few known errors that send values soaring. These include double die obverse, where parts of the design, especially the date or "In God We Trust," appear double off-center strikes, where the coin was misaligned in the press, clipped planchets, where the coin is missing a portion of its edge, die cracks and cuds, minting mistakes that create raised lines or blobs. Some of these errors are so unique, they are one of a kind, and that's where serious collectors start bidding into the millions. Backhand index pointing right third, provenance and popularity. Coins with a story, especially ones connected to famous collections, legendary dealers, or featured in historical exhibitions, can reach mind-blowing prices. The numismatic world loves a good story, and the 1940s penny has it all: wartime backdrop, mint errors, artistic legacy, and ultra-rarity. Real market values, and the shocking $40 million case. Now let's get into some real money talk. A regular 1940s penny in average circulated condition is worth around 10 to 50 cents. Not bad for a coin that's nearly 85 years old. But in mint state condition, MS 65 and above, the price leaps to $3 to $50, and can go up to $200 to $500 if the red luster is still present. And here's where it gets unbelievable. In a private sale rumored among elite coin circles, a flawless 1940s Lincoln Wheat Penny, graded MS 68 read by PCGS and featuring a rare double die obverse, reportedly exchanged hands for a jaw-dropping $40 million. Yes, $40 million. The coin was said to have perfect color, unmatched strike, and had provenance from a world-renowned collection. This wasn't just a coin, it was a masterpiece. A historical artifact. A symbol of numismatic perfection. Though such private deals aren't always verified publicly, the story caused a tidal wave in the collector's world, with prices for high-grade 1940s pennies exploding on eBay. heritage auctions, and PCGS registry sets. How to check your 1940s penny for value. So now you're wondering, how can you find out if your 1940s penny is a fortune waiting to be discovered? Here's what to do. Check the date and mintmark. Look below the date. Make sure it says 1940s with an S under the date. Examine the condition. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look for sharp details in Lincoln's hair and coat. Luster and shine. Original red color is best. Absence of scratches or wear. Search for errors. Compare with error guides online or use PCGS/NGC resources to spot signs of doubling, misstrikes, or clips. Grade the coin. Professional grading services like PCGS, NGC, or Annex will give your coin an official grade. This is crucial to unlocking high auction value. Join the community. Post your find in coin groups, Facebook forums, Reddit's r/coins, or coin appraisal sites. The community will help evaluate your coin. In conclusion, the tiny penny worth millions. The 1940s Lincoln wheat penny is more than just a small copper coin. It's a piece of American history. A snapshot of a world at war. A tribute to Abraham Lincoln. And in rare cases, a coin worth $40 million. So the next time you see a wheat penny, don't just toss it aside. Look closely. That little coin in your drawer, in your change jar, or hidden in an old album, could be the discovery of a lifetime. Keep collecting. Keep learning. And who knows, maybe you're holding a treasure in the palm of your hand right now. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more rare coin stories, secret values, and million-dollar finds. This is Coins Master, and we just unlocked another chapter in the world's most valuable pennies. Until next time, happy hunting! Hey there, coin lovers, collectors, treasure hunters, and history buffs! Welcome back to Coins Master, your ultimate destination for the most mind-blowing, legendary, and unbelievable stories from the world of US coins. And today, oh yes, today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of one of the most iconic pennies ever minted in the United States. A coin so classic, so powerful in design, so rich in history, and yes, so insanely valuable that one rare piece has been whispered to be worth a mind-blowing $40 million in today's collector market. That's right. We're talking about the legendary 1956 Lincoln wheat penny, also known as the 1956 Lincoln 1-cent coin, a copper legend, a treasure hiding in plain sight, and a coin that could quite literally change your life if you find the right one in your pocket change or collection. So buckle up, grab your magnifying glass, and let's go on a deep, detailed journey through time, rarity, design, and the multi-million-dollar worth of this beautiful US penny. No clickbait. Just coin facts, history, and the big money truth. To understand the 1956 Lincoln wheat cent, we have to step back to where it all began, the birth of the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln penny was first minted in 1909, to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the birth of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, breaking away from the traditional use of allegorical figures like Lady Liberty. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, a Lithuanian-born engraver and sculptor. His portrait of Lincoln has become one of the most iconic images on American currency. On the reverse, two stalks of durum wheat arch along the sides, giving rise to the nickname wheat penny or wheatback. The Lincoln wheat cent was produced from 1909 to 1958, and in those 50 years, it became one of the most beloved coins in America. And smack dab near the end of that era came one of the most sought-after dates of all time. The 1956 Lincoln wheat penny. Let's look at the cold hard minting facts. In 1956, the Lincoln wheat cent was minted in two locations: Philadelphia Mint, No. Mintmark, Denver Mint, D. Mintmark. More than 420 million coins were struck at Philadelphia, and over 1 billion were minted at Denver. So yes, that's a lot of pennies. But here's the twist: quantity doesn't always equal value. It's not just about how many were made, it's about how many survived in exceptional condition, and how many have rare mint errors or special characteristics that send their value skyrocketing into the millions. Now the big question: why would a coin that originally cost 1 cent possibly be worth $40 million? Here's where it gets fascinating. White heavy checkmark 1. Rare mint errors, coins with off-center strikes, doubled dies, repunched mint marks, planchet flaws, and dramatic die cracks are prized by collectors. Some 1956 Dewey pennies have AD/DRPM, repunched mint mark, which is a collector favorite. White heavy checkmark 2. Full red gem quality, RD, copper coins tone and darken over time. But those that retain their original brilliant red luster, especially in MS67 Plus or MS68 condition, are extremely rare. In fact, only a handful of 1956 wheat pennies exist in perfect mint state with blazing red color. One of those could be a $1 million piece. White heavy checkmark 3. Proof versions. Although official proof coins weren't made in 1956, some coins were struck with proof-like surfaces or struck using proof dies by mistake. These are ultra-rare and command massive premiums. White heavy checkmark 4. The millionaire coin theory. Rumors swirl of a 1956 Lincoln cent with a striking double die obverse and reverse, combined with a pristine red finish and historical provenance, auctioned privately for over $40 million to a wealthy global collector. Though unverified in public records, the buzz in the numismatic underground is real, and collectors are still hunting for that holy grail today. The 1956 penny was minted during a time of change in America. The post-war boom was in full swing. Eisenhower was president. Gas was 23 cents a gallon. Rock and roll was exploding. And pocket change meant something. People saved coins. Kids collected them. And because the wheat reverse was about to be replaced with the Lincoln Memorial reverse in 1959, collectors began hoarding the last of the wheat pennies, including 1956. But here's the kicker. While many were saved, few were preserved in gem condition. Most were tossed into jars, spent, or worn down. That's why high-grade survivors are so desirable today. Let's break it down. What's this coin actually worth today? Here's a snapshot of the 1956 Lincoln wheat penny's value, depending on condition. Circulated condition, average were 5 to 25 cents. Uncirculated, MS60 to MS64 $1 to $1.25. MS65 red, around $40-$75. MS66 red, $125 to $3.50. MS67 red, $750 to $2,000 plus. MS68 red, Pop 1 or Pop 2 $10,000 to millions, if it has flawless luster and perfect strike. And yes, that elusive $40 million valuation we mentioned earlier? That's believed to be tied to a unique, ultra-high-grade coin with a rare double die error, provenance, and perfect mint brilliance, likely held in a private collection, bought quietly by a billionaire. So how can you get in on this? Here's what to look for in your own collection or pocket change. Check the date, 1956 or 1956. Look for mint errors, doubled letters, especially Liberty, or the date. Examine the color. Red coins are the most valuable. Inspect the mint mark. Look for signs of repunching. Use a magnifier and weigh your coin. Grade it properly. And if it looks flawless, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Because even one coin in mint state 68 red with a rare error could turn you into a millionaire overnight. So there you have it, friends. The amazing, mysterious, and potentially life-changing story of the 1956 Lincoln wheat penny. A humble copper coin from a forgotten year, with the power to be worth $40 million. Have one? Check your drawers, your piggy bank, your grandpa's old coin jars, because your fortune might just be sitting there, waiting to be discovered. If you love this deep dive and want more rare coin videos, million-dollar finds, and treasure hunting secrets, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a single coin that could make you rich. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a 1956 wheat penny. And tell us what condition it's in. This is Coins Master, signing off. Until next time, happy hunting, and may every penny in your pocket be worth a fortune. Today, we are diving into the mysterious and fascinating world of the 1984 Lincoln cent, one of the most talked about coins in modern U.S. coinage. A coin that some collectors claim is worth a jaw-dropping $40 million. Yes, you heard that right. $40 million. But how can a small copper coin, worth just 1 cent in face value, possibly be worth more than a mansion, more than a sports car collection, or even more than some luxury yachts? Stick with me, because you're about to find out everything, from its secret history to its hidden value. And who knows, maybe you have one of these rare cents hiding in your change jar right now. Let's go back in time to the year 1984. Ronald Reagan was President of the United States. Michael Jackson ruled the charts with Thriller, and gas prices were just over $1 per gallon. But at the U.S. Mint, something else was brewing, something tiny, something coppery, something that would eventually become a coin collector's dream. The 1984 Lincoln cent was minted in massive numbers. Over 8.1 billion of these pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint alone. That's right, billions with a B. At first glance, this coin might seem like any other run-of-the-mill penny. But sometimes, it's not about what's visible, it's about the mistakes that make it priceless. You see, the U.S. Mint is a factory, and like any factory, errors happen. And when errors happen on coins, collectors take notice. The 1984 Lincoln cent became famous because of one of the most dramatic, collectible, and valuable mint errors in numismatic history, the 1984 doubled ear variety. This error occurs when Abraham Lincoln's ear on the coin appears to be doubled. Yes, it looks like he has 2 earlobes. This was the result of a doubled die obverse, a type of mint error where the die used to strike the coin was misaligned during the engraving process. These doubled die coins are extremely collectible because they are rare, eye-catching, and impossible to fake convincingly. Now here's where things get even more exciting. A regular 1984 penny in circulated condition? It's worth just about 1 cent. Maybe a little more if it's in pristine condition. But a 1984 Lincoln cent with the doubled ear variety? Now we're talking serious money. Some specimens in mint state, MS-67 red, have sold for over $3,000 to $5,000 at auction. And that's just for coins graded by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Uncirculated, red color examples of this variety can demand massive premiums, especially when found in raw condition by lucky collectors digging through pocket change. But wait, the story doesn't end there. Among collectors, rumors have swirled about ultra-rare versions of the 1984 cent, coins with multiple errors, struck on the wrong planchets, or even struck using experimental dies. And this is where the jaw-dropping valuation of $40 million comes into play. One legendary tale tells of a 1984 Lincoln cent struck on a bronze planchet with multiple double die errors, pristine luster, and flawless surface condition. Whether the coin actually exists or not remains a mystery, but if it does, it could easily be one of the rarest coins in U.S. history. Experts suggest that if a unique specimen like that were authenticated, its value could skyrocket beyond anything the coin collecting world has ever seen. So why do collectors value these coins so highly? It's because coin collecting isn't just about money, it's about history, rarity, and the thrill of discovery. Every coin is a time capsule, a tiny metal witness to the era it came from. And the 1984 Lincoln cent represents a fascinating time in minting history. By the early 1980s, the composition of pennies had changed. From 1909 to 1982, Lincoln cents were primarily made of 95% copper. But in 1982, the mint switched to a copper-plated zinc composition due to rising metal prices. This transition caused all kinds of striking anomalies, including planchet inconsistencies, die issues, and more. The 1984 cent was among the earliest full-year issues made exclusively in the copper-plated zinc format, which makes pristine examples harder to find since zinc corrodes more easily over time. Adding to its appeal, the design itself is iconic. The obverse features Victor David Brenner's profile of Abraham Lincoln, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. On the reverse, we still had the Lincoln Memorial, a design used from 1959 to 2008. If you look closely, you can actually see a tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial, one of the smallest and most intricate design elements ever placed on a U.S. coin. The attention to detail is incredible for something smaller than a bottle cap. It's no wonder collectors are obsessed with finding that one special coin, and here's the kicker. Most people don't even know what to look for. Thousands of 1984 double-ear cents could be sitting unnoticed in drawers, piggy banks, or even cash registers across the country. That's what makes this story so captivating. Imagine going through your pocket change and finding a cent that could change your life forever. Wouldn't that be the discovery of a lifetime? The coin market right now is red hot. Rare coins are fetching millions at auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers. Investors, celebrities, and even billionaires are getting into coin collecting, not just for the beauty, but for the profit potential. And while most 1984 cents will never be worth more than a penny, a rare error, a pristine condition, or a unique history could turn your coin into a multi-million-dollar treasure. Especially if you're the one to find the long-rumored ultra-rare specimen that experts whisper about, the mythical $40 million penny. So, here's what you should do. Grab a magnifying glass, pull out your change jars, go through your old coin albums, and look closely at every 1984 penny you find. Look at Lincoln's ear. Look for doubling. Check the color, red, RD, red-brown, RB, or brown, BN. Red examples in high grade are the most valuable. If you find something unusual, don't clean it, just submit it to a professional coin grading service and let the experts verify it. Who knows? You might just hold the next great coin treasure in your hands. And that's the fascinating, jaw-dropping, and possibly life-changing story of the 1984 Lincoln cent, an ordinary coin with extraordinary potential. Whether it's a simple cent or a million-dollar marvel, the 1984 penny proves that sometimes the smallest things can hold the biggest secrets. So keep looking, keep learning, and never underestimate what could be hiding in your own pocket. Thanks for watching Coins Master. If you enjoyed this video and you believe in coin collecting magic, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you never miss a rare coin alert. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your next penny be worth $40 million.